If the players of the month are out, that means we have reached the month of May. And to be honest with you, one of these things is not like the other. Andres Munoz wins for the pitchers. I think he had 11 saves. He's a damn good player. Kerry Carpenter, who we saw in a previous episode, 9 home runs, 371 average, and 26 RBIs in the month of April. Damn good for the lefty batter. He's got 3 years of arbitration, so Detroit will be cheap with paying him, but hey, we'll see how things play out. And this is the issue. Jacob Wilson won the Rookie of the Month, batting 198. 198, below the Ramiro Mendoza line. His overall numbers this season are really nothing to even look at all that much. It's kind of disgusting, as you can see. Jasson Dominguez, this is not exact accurate. I wish they had month-to-month stats. 313 thus far, 6 home runs, 18 RBI, 12 walks. Come on, how'd y'all not give it to him? I don't know if maybe they don't have his service time right, but he's still a rookie. Logan Webb, 5-0 in 6 games with a 1.34 ERA and 26 strikeouts. Eugenio Suarez, in a free agent year, has a damn good month of April. 7 home runs, nearly 400 batting average. And Luis Angel Acuna, the cousin or brother, I forget which it is, of Ronald Acuna, is the player of the month for the Mets. He didn't really play that much, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe there really aren't that many rookies playing, so they're just kind of just like, give it to them. Just whoever is a warm body and hasn't played and gotten a cup of coffee yet. Speaking of which, we haven't seen Max Fried play at all this year. Granted, I'm kind of skipping a lot of episodes, and he will strike out a Rays batter to start the first inning despite a little bit of trouble caused by him. I think it was a bases loaded situation. And what do you know? Another one here in the 6th inning for Yoendrys Gomez. It's Brandon Lau, not Lowe. Or is it Nathaniel Lowe? And Lau. Nonetheless, he smokes it into right center field. It'll bounce. Bellinger has to throw it back in. 2 runs will score, and it is 6-2 Rays as they come to a real major league stadium, which I really shouldn't be knocking them for. We are very gracious to allow another major league team to play in our stadium, given that it's really close to where they originally played, due to a natural disaster. And unfortunately, we lose this game. Hey, it is what it is. Max Fried, I would say not a horrible night, but he had 6 strikeouts and 5 walks. Not good. Not good. I do like going 5 innings, but come on. Aranda comes in batting about 281 in the last 9 or 10 games. Can somebody tell me what that valuation crap is? It doesn't make any sense to me for yet another year in a row, and SDS just fails to ever actually tell anybody what it means. Is that like future monetary value that players could be getting in arbitration or free agency? And if that's the case, it means there's still something up with the whole free agency thing. Nonetheless, Jazz Chisholm, 2 home runs and 3 RBIs as we get another look at some prospects that we are looking at. Every so often, I will show you guys that I might be interested in or that I've thrown on the board. We don't necessarily need a second baseman, but this guy might have great power. Now, I do know some of the meta to scouting and drafting. Well, really more so scouting. Scouting is really where the meta even is. There's certain things you can look at that might give you a better idea of how things are. The scouts are going to try to throw you off as far as, we don't like this guy, or, oh, we do like this guy, which is a good thing because it'll, have you thinking one way or another. I don't think I'm too terrible of a drafter, and I really don't put a whole lot of stock in, potential being the end-all, be-all, and that is what it seems like. I tend to really just draft off of what I see. But if there's one thing I've definitely seen from some other content creators, is the fact that, well, to be honest with you, I don't discover enough. I haven't done so in the past couple of years. So that is something I will be doing more often. Is you can see the Yankee offense thus far. Top 2 batters, killing it. Middle kind of 2 batters, killing it. That also includes Jasson Dominguez, hence why we're contemplating moving him up in the lineup. Might be a little premature, but it's 22, so shit. Get your licks in, get your RBIs in. Jasson Dominguez is able to hustle it out to first as Curtis Mead had about a 50-foot head start. And despite the speed from Dominguez, thanks Ramon, he ends up being safe at first. Austin Wells says, I got you, brother. Ground ball into center field. 2 runs will score. The Yankees will lead 3-0. As again, Austin Wells is coming through. I am loving what he is doing, and I mean, this is a video game, and it's kind of interesting to see that Austin Wells may really be the leadoff batter for the Yankees. Maybe we'll do that at some point this season. Volpe smacks it in the left field. A bases clearing double. He'll end up on second. The diving attempt by the left fielder was honestly phenomenal. I thought he was going to make the catch. As Oswaldo Cabrera takes a fastball deep to right field. It is going to carry him off the top of the wall. Damn, nearly a home run from our starting third baseman. That is his 9th double, maybe not RBI, of the season. As Jazz Chisholm comes to the plate, 3 for 4. A home run shy of the cycle. He smacks it high, just not all that deep. Almost deep enough despite how short our porch is. And we end up winning the game 7-2. Volpe 2 for 4 with a long ball. Clark Schmidt, 7 strong innings as we are getting back a pitcher. Jonathan Loaizaga, a.k.a. Johnny Lasagna, and Scott Efros will come off the injured list, and that means we've got some decisions to make. Giancarlo Stanton, not going to come back for at least another 2 weeks. Ha-Seong Kim has finally returned. Alec Manoah is back. Spencer Strider is back. We're at about mid-May. Ronald Acuna Jr. is back following the ACL injury. Sean Manaea comes back, and we're going to take a look at JT Brubaker because I don't really have a whole lot of guys I need to send down, and Will Warren is just pitching too well for me to send down at this point in time. Understandably, Brubaker is a veteran, but he's okay. It is what it is, and we've got 5 years of control, really, for... Oh, nope, we got to send Brubaker down by force. We're going to have to designate him for assignment. Somebody might pick him up, and there's nothing I can do about it. And we'll also send down Ian Hamilton to AAA. Yoendrys Gomez, 2.81 ERA. I haven't pitched with him much, but somebody's got to get sent down for some of these veterans. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but we are on a World Series chase. We need the vets, the guys that have been in there, that have done it before, to do it even more. Oswaldo Cabrera here against the San Diego Padres. It's good. Smoke this one to second. No, sorry, over the second baseman's head and into right center field. 2 runs are scored. The Yankees are tied at 4 apiece with runners on the corners for the top of the lineup. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Cabrera. I think his righty contact is going up ever so slightly. I think he's like a C potential. So you're only going to get but so much. Ground ball to Bogarts. Bogarts to second. Back to first. No. Chisholm is going to hustle it out. It's 5-4 Yankees. That is what happens when you have speed at the top of the lineup. Hell, speed in general. You can end up hustling and getting some runs. Chisholm going for second, and he'll slide in safe. Almost didn't think I was going to get that one. The second stolen base of the year. A lot of the reason why he's not getting a lot of stolen bases is because he's getting extra base hits as Aaron Judge smacks this in the center. Not all that far, but it does score Chisholm. Big reason why we put Chisholm in front of Judge is because of said speed. And the Padres manager is going to go to a different arm. It is Kyle Hart facing Cody Bellinger. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss at the slider. A little too low below the knees. Though that's not even ankle height. That's about shoulder height for me. As Connor Joe comes to the dish here in the 9th. Devin Williams looking to pick up a save. Strike number 3. Fastball low in the zone. This didn't look like anything unhittable. As a matter of fact, I threw it there to try to induce a ground ball, but Connor Joe he's all right. He's not bad. Forrest Wall will pop this one up into foul territory. Dominguez, don't run into the ball, boy. We'll make the catch. Fired a second for some odd reason. Oh, okay. The runner at first was going to tag up. Maybe they were going to try to catch Dominguez off guard, as Elias Diaz seems to be their last opportunity. And a guy that we've heard a lot about being traded for, Mr. Luis Arias, unfortunately, is going to have to stand in the on-deck circle and really go back to the bus or get on the train to get back to the hotels. He will not see a plate appearance thus far. Maybe we trade for Arias, maybe we don't. It kind of depends. Austin Wells, 3 for 4 with a triple. Okay, all right, triple. I see you. Warren picks up another victory, bringing his record to 2 and 3 as we get our first look and maybe our only look at Alex Jackson. And he takes a knuckle. Oh, shit. We're facing Matt Waldron, who I am very upset at SDS for nerfing his knuckleball last year, and probably the same this year. Ground ball to first. Arias can't get to it. What else is new? Waldron will cover first. See, Rizzo, Cole, that's how you... Sorry. I shouldn't be talking about that. Nonetheless, Jazz Chisholm coming to the dish, bottom of the 9th inning, down by 2. And he smokes this one deep to right center field, and the Yankees are going to take the victory 5-2 in walk-off fashion. Something we did a decent amount last year, I think about 10 times. Maybe not the home run variety, but we definitely walked off a lot of games, had a pretty good record in extra innings, and Jazz Chisholm ends up getting, I believe, our 20th victory thus far. And it just seems like every other game, Jazz Chisholm is the player of the game, as we set a half a game up in the AL East, which really is much tighter than I've probably been leading you guys on to believe. And we take on the Athletics, who are only about 2 games behind us in the wild card standings. The reason why I say wild card is because nobody's really established themselves as the front runner in either league, as we take on Mitch Spence here at Suter Health Park. I just wish SDS would just give us all of the minor league stadiums, give us a ball, and I think most franchise players just shut up and just play. Not that that's something I'm going to do on the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. I'm going to find things that the game could, use to get better, whether it's this game or any other. Okay, that podcast is on any, and I mean any, podcast platform. Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. Check it out as Austin Wells smokes this in the right field, and I really regret actually using one of these error-based presentation boxes, because it's probably going to come back to bite me in the ass that I can't tell how many pitchers a pitcher is thrown. Ground ball to third, and I believe that's Wilson over to first to Langoliers. That's not Langoliers. I actually forget who the Athletics team is. I'm going to keep it a bean. And here's Marcus Stroman, who I know a lot of Yankee fans are just going to talk a lot of shit, and I get it because he talks shit too. He's from New York, so it makes sense. But he's our starter, and we don't have a choice but to pitch him, because I'm not going to send him down. Anyways, Jazz Chisholm can't retrieve the ball in shallow right field, and that is a single despite his athletic effort. And here is the rookie of the month. Come on, Wilson. And, God damn it. I keep forgetting Esther Ruiz stole like 80 bases like 2 or 3 years ago. Definitely capable of taking even more, but it's not going to matter as this one is hit just inside the left foul pole. Athletics. Can't call them Oakland. Can't call them Kansas City. Can't call them Philadelphia. They are just the Sacramento. They don't even want to be called Sacramento Athletics. Brent Rooker takes a look at this one. Foul. Oh, wow. I thought that was fair. And he hits it the opposite way as Aaron Judge looks to chase it down, and it's just out of his very long arm span. Hits this one to Judge again, this time on the ground, and he will end up almost not safe. I thought he was going to throw him out from right field, something that used to be a thing back in about MLB The Show 18, 17. Believe me, you could do it. If you could find a game for $1, I promise you, you could throw somebody out from right field at first. Dominguez unable to, I don't know if he's able to see the ball or what's going on out there, but it bounces. It's a double. And swing and a miss as Stroman is able to find the strikeout pitch. Much touted about Mr. Stroman is the fact that he's a ground ball pitcher. Now, this one is high and very deep, and Judge ends up making the catch. Also, he lost some velocity on his fastball, and it's kind of a problem. If you saw earlier, a lot of his pitches come in at a very similar speed range, somewhere between 87 and 90. And if they ain't breaking, he's going to break his hand on a freaking water cooler or something as we get our first hit of the ball game thanks to Oswaldo Cabrera down 2 in the third. And Chisholm grounded to first, back to the shortstop covering second, back to first, 3-6-3 for the double play. As we are back to looking at Marcus Stroman, hopefully not throwing us out of the game. Cut fastball high and away and pumps his fist because, hey, he's that animated. Slider gets him swinging and missing as Aaron Judge smokes this one into right field. It is going to bounce, roll all the way to the wall, and Judge is going to end up with a stand-up double with nobody out. As the captain says, yo, y'all got to follow me. I got y'all. Goldie smacks this into right center field, but unfortunately, that'll be the final out as nobody in front of Goldie was able to do much. Dominguez smokes it up the middle into left center field. And again, I am loving what he is doing. I might be forced to move him up the lineup if, I want our offense to be even more, or to be potent at all, especially with Giancarlo Stanton coming back. I might just bat Dominguez in front of Stanton, Whereas if Dominguez is on, it makes Giancarlo Stanton even more dangerous because while Stanton might ground into a double play, you might make a mistake pitch and he ends up blasting that thing to the moon. Ground ball, unfortunately, we get an out at first. And Chisholm will smack this into center field. Runner from second will score, and we will tie the ball game here in the 5th inning. Again, I like what we're doing. Jazz, it's still mad early in the season, dog. Yeah. Oh, Judge with a bad swing. Just call it what it is, MVP. Nonetheless, he is the final out of the 5th inning. 2-2 in the ball game. Hit right up the middle to Bellinger, a low liner, as the Athletics get another base runner on. Ground ball to Schmidt, Goldschmidt. Why do I keep wanting to just call him regular Schmidt? He is Goldschmidt, MVP Goldschmidt. Though, being a 4-time Gold Glover did not matter on that play. And this ball is bunted to where nobody was within about 20 feet of. I could see, I was trying to control Stroman to try to get over there while it was in the air. And for some reason, SDS does not allow me to press L2. It's very stupid. Liner, low liner to Dominguez. He's going to come up throwing as their runner at third will stay put with nobody out as the Athletics lead 3-0 or 3-2. And we need to get him out of here and then take our first look at Jonathan Loaisiga. Does throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, fly ball to Bellinger. And that is going to be counted as a sacrifice fly as the ball gets back in. Runners will be at the corners with one away as Shane Langoliers, 2 strikeouts. And he will fly this one into left field. Dominguez is not going to be able to crow hop this one. Throw it back to the plate. Not in time. Wells also he wasn't playing that one right. If he had moved where the ball was first, well beforehand, and anticipated it, he could have grabbed the ball and then dove. Though that's risky as well. All right, Loaisiga will come into the ball game again. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, pumps it 99 by him this isn't his first strikeout of the year. It's the first one we're seeing. He goes back to back. The Yankees hopefully look to keep zeros on the board and strikes out the next batter. That is 3 straight strikeouts for Loaisiga. And ground ball up the middle. Volpe might be able to go to second. Nope. Please go back. Thank you. You know, in a minor league park, you would think that would have been a little easier to pull off as Cabrera smacks this in the left field. A diving attempt by said left fielder. It's going to roll all the way to the wall as Volpe is going to score all the way from first. I believe they will count it as a double and not an error. There's no guarantee he was going to make that play. Chisholm smacks it into center, right center. Cabrera's going to stay put. Okay, I'm not mad at that idea. It is what it is. As Jose Leclerc, the former Texas Ranger, throws very hard, but can't really control it all that greatly as we are down by 2. Ground ball to short over to first, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get anything to capitalize on said wild pitching from Leclerc sometimes. Bellinger works the walk. Don't steal unless it, I guess, makes sense, or unless you really, been studying Leclerc's delivery. LeMahieu, chopper to short, second to first, almost took out said second baseman. Damn. Don't be dirty, but do be aggressive. There's a difference. Goldie smacks a slider, which got hung up right over the middle. Maybe he was looking fastball. That ball was just a tad bit slower than what he was looking for. All right, here is the Athletic star closer. Many teams will probably be looking to get him, though if the Athletics are in it, they don't have any reason to trade him. Still very early in the years. Dominguez smacks this high, but not very far for the first out of the 9th. Wells had an RBI double 4 innings ago, and I'd take another one, but there's nobody on base. We will take 2 bags, though, as he smokes this one into the gap, and he will definitely be standing up without any dust on his uni for Anthony Volpe. He's got a single, 3-0 count, and he's going to take a very good slider for the walk as Cabrera comes to the dish. Already drove in one on a double. He could use another right about now as fouls off a pitch for strike number 1. Next pitch. Oh, man, that is a circle change you should have sent to Seattle. A slider that I would be okay if you let it hit you, sir. Nonetheless, we're going to let Weaver warm up and fouls another fastball off, this time to the left side. Another opportunity, and shit, he's going to chop it to short, to second, back to first, and the Athletics are going to take this victory 5-3 at Suter Health Park, where they will be for the next 2 more seasons, maybe 3. Depends on if they ever decide to build that Vegas stadium. It's not looking like it's happening as of real life. It is March 21st, at the time of this recording. We'll see if they ever actually do at any point in time. Maybe they'll go play, I don't know, in Mexico. All right, looking at some of the prospects for the New York Yankees, of course, some of these guys you're not going to see just because of the simple fact we don't have A-ball in the game. Also, I kind of wish they were showing us a little more than just, innings and RBIs and home runs and batting average. Like, give me a little more to work with, some more meat, should I say. And Cody Bellinger is seeing the baseball like it is meat. 370 average, 3 runs, scored 1 homer, 1 RBI in the last 10 games. That might not sound like much, but at least he's hitting very well. As we will player lock with Jasson Dominguez for the next 2 games. 297 average so far. So we try to get a look at, how does he swing? I mean, I've swung with him a decent amount. I just want to see what kind of a player he is. 198 average over the last, I'm going to assume 10 games. He's batting 294 overall, 356 on base. Like, he is getting walks and not striking out to a deplorable amount. And he's got 5 RBIs in the last 8 games with a double. That was his only extra base hit. So he's basically been hitting a bunch of singles as he takes the circle change deep to right field. It is, damn it, gonna be caught, man. He put a hell of a ride on that one. Thought it was gonna get out, as this is his stronger batting side. Shows some of that strength. Is able to get a pitch that he probably shouldn't have muscled to left field to end the 7th. Yankees down 5-0. Not looking good for us so far. So we only have 4 hits compared to their 6. A double scores a run from Bellinger, and slider right down the middle. Dominguez, you got to see that a little better, but I'll give it to you as your rookie. Circle change. He gets another opportunity to send it out, and it is deep to left center, and unfortunately that'll be the final out of the ball game. As the Athletics pick up the victory 5-3, as we did score 3 runs in the 9th inning, just we didn't see them. All right, we'll head back to Suter Health Park, as that is just, you could have at least centered the word athletics and just, or Sacramento Athletics. Like, come on. Yeah, I don't got to listen to these clowns and they be like, just call us the Athletics. Man, we need a city. We need a city name. As we take a look at Luis Severino, former New York Yankee. I believe he might have finished about 3rd in a Cy Young one of those seasons, as Dominguez takes it back up the middle on the cut fastball, and he's going to hustle a little harder in the 2nd, as the center fielder just didn't seem to be able to get to it in time. And that is a good look for Dominguez. Not the fastest, but we'll see what happens, as Ben Rice unfortunately swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball. Call on Goldie with 2 on, runners at 2nd and 3rd in scoring position. He'll swing and miss way out in front of what might have been a slider for the final out of the inning. As, what do you know, we get another look at Will Warren. We just happen to be watching games in which Will Warren is pitching. Not bad. The record is whatever. Listen, he's a rookie. It's early. He's at least under a 4.5 ERA. I'll take it. And Dominguez gets a hold of a sweeper, but isn't able to send it very far for the final out of the 3rd. Sevy still on the mound, 56th pitch. Check swing on the sinker. As we see, Dominguez is 3rd on the team in home runs. That is good to see. He is actually behind Jazz Chisholm and Aaron Judge, which really shouldn't be a surprise. Stolen base attempt by Chisholm, and that'll be number 3 or 4. It's 3. Okay, listen, not Dominguez. Chisholm, the more you get on base, the more I want to see you steal. Just use your speed. Ooh, cut fastball way too high for the Martian to reach for. That is his 6th strikeout. Pretty good numbers from Sevy. I'm not surprised. He's always had it in him. It's just a matter of him staying healthy. Good, starter comparison numbers. Both guys not giving up much. Both guys are still kind of walking guys a little more than anybody really would want It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup. Not exactly aces. Well, at least not for us. As who knows when Garrett Cole will come back? It's not a guarantee he'll be back. Spring training. He might need to take some time and really get himself together and probably contemplate continuing to pitch. It's a damn shame. But we don't make it to the 2024 World Series without him coming back midseason. Maybe we get some of the more of the same. Dominguez smokes a sweeper deep to left field. It is out of the left fielder's grasp. Ties the ball game at 3 apiece. Yeah, for McFarland, there's really no one else you can. But what the hell? Why is that A's logo so pixelated? Can we do something about these distanced graphics that look like crap? SDS, come on, man, y'all could do better than that. Just out of the reach. Are we going to pick up the victory? That remains to be seen. Both teams have at least 6 hits and 3 runs, but some of them big bats are coming up. Cody Bellinger flies out. Austin Jackson. Not Austin Jackson. It's a strikeout and a pop-up. It's a different Jackson. And, yo, what happened? Did we get walked off? Oh, shit. Austin Wells did get hurt, but it's nothing to cry home about.